Okay, today we're going to do a basic haircut. This is not a professional in the salon haircut. This is a basic home haircut for the parents to do at home and save yourself some money on children. We're using a wall clipper with a number 2 blade, and we're going to give them a nice shaping all the way through. We're going to leave some length on the top. We do scissors on the top and this blade here. So all the moms and dads at home will be able to save themselves quite a bit of money. This particular clipper is easy to use. I don't work for the company. I'm doing it as something to help parents today get through some rough times financially. So I'm going to start right to the middle, bring it up and close, and go up to this area of the head, the occipital area. Very slow, nice and easy. It's a number 2 clipper I'm using right now, and you can see we're breaking into the hair without overdoing it. Very slow up, just like you're plowing a field. You're going up slow and then bringing it straight up. And we'll just keep doing that till we do the entire back section. And you can see the line we're starting to get. As you cut, make sure you remove some of that hair that builds up. Many of you will find just doing this is going to be enough for a good haircut to get you through those times. Now, anytime, this is where you use your eye. You hold the head steady with your left hand, your right hand, you go up very slow, and as you're doing it, you can see what has to be what was just cut. Now go to the right side, bring it over, come around. Behind the ear, just slowly behind the ear. I'll make my way over to the side. You want to face the side. The hair is damp. The reason being it's much easier to control when the hair is damp. So now we bring it up. Notice I'm holding the clipper just in one hand. Very basic, nothing fancy. Steadying it and bring it up. Right up to this area here. I don't want to go up too high because I'm going to cut with the curvature of the head. So where the head begins to curve is where we stop it. Just bring it straight up nice and slow. Comb down after you can see what you're cutting. Keep combing, but it gets the job done. Okay. The number 1 with the blade all the way up, so that's at the top. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom. Now this is going to be fairly short, so you're going to just bring it up slow. So it doesn't drag on the neck and it begins to blend. It's very slowly. Bring it up to one spot. Check it. And we're going back and we'll clean this up a little bit later with another set of clippers, but for now we're going to leave that alone. Now we're just going to take a little bit of water. I don't have my spray bottle because we're at home, but that's okay. You put a little bit of water in a glass and make it damp. That keeps the hair from going all over the place and gives you some control. So we're going to start here, bring it around, and then we're going to bring it this way. So all it's a matter of scissors in your hand, third finger, comb the hair in the direction that you want to go. And then we're going to go back with it, okay? So we're going to take and go back with the shape of the head. You can put your comb down on the table or you can put it in your hand. And we're going to very slowly cut this hair to blend in. Then we're going to grab the next section, comb it up, and we're going to very slowly cut in the direction of his head. We're going to do it again. There's our guide down here. It's nothing there. We're going to bring it right up in the direction of his head. Again, same thing. Now remember, we're just doing a basic cut. We're not trying to get fancy. We're going to come all the way around till we're almost in the back into where The hair is the back of the hair. We're just going to leave that a little bit. We're going to do the same thing again on the other side. You can stand in front at this point. Remember, we're at home, so you have to make adjustments. Going to take that first piece, hold it out, cut. If you have to put your scissor down, you can. That's fine. Nothing fancy about this cut. We're going step one. This is step 2. And we'll be with step 3 pretty soon. I'm trying to make this video as simple as I can for the beginner so that you'll be able to do this almost anywhere. Anywhere that you find an outlet and anywhere where you can be comfortable and have enough light. If you don't have enough light, you're going to run into problems. That coughing on the background is the rest of the family watching the video. We're all this a family affair. Now we have the middle top to do. We've done this. Now we're holding it up, taking that entire middle section and cutting straight across. Now remember, we can always go back and redo it again. So we're going to, and there's no chopping in, nothing fancy, no special blades. Now when you get to this point, stop and make sure there's no hair on the face because it gets uncomfortable, and the person that you're cutting their hair has to be comfortable when they're getting the haircut. Otherwise, they will hate getting haircuts. Now we're going right along. Time-wise, this should take 15 to 20 minutes. That's about all you're going to be able to have people sit in the chair for. Seems to be average. Now we're going to go along what we just cut here with this. So we're going with the shape of the head. You can see what's starting to happen. If you want to double check it, just comb it forward. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're standing behind him. We are holding it up and we're going to just cut right across, connecting the top with the side. Okay? It's very simple. So we've done 1, we've done 2, now this is 3. Now watch when I comb it forward, it all blends. I double check it again. Any part sticking out, I can just pick up and look. Now let's say you make a mistake. You cut too much in one area. Don't worry about it because the haircuts today go in so many different directions that it doesn't matter. And the nice thing about hair is hair grows. So don't worry about it. Now we're going to go in and we're going to do a little bit of barbering. We've used our oil clippers. We've cut some in the back. We've done a little bit. Now we're just going to double check it. We're going to take the fine end of the comb, hold it up, and just kind of cut across and get any ones that are sticking up. This is just strictly visual. This isn't based on anything but visual. This is where your barbering skills might come in handy. And those of you who are hairdressers and barbers watching this, use it. I've been a hairdresser for over 30 years, have a barber and styling salon, and it all works. And I've trained thousands and thousands of hairdressers this way. And most of them fresh out of school, where you don't learn some of these advanced techniques in school. So take some of this and utilize it, that's fine. Right in here, be really careful because the hair can stick out. So you got to be really careful not to go in deeply. Now I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to do the same thing on the side. I'm going to take the hair up and just kind of cut it casually, making sure. Just put your head straight up, Joe. You can look at this beautiful Santa Barbara day we're having. It's always nice to cut here with the windows open. Back east where I'm from in Boston, it's 20 degrees. And here it's, what, 70 today. Okay, now we're going to cut around. The ears are movable, so we're going to hold the ear down and cut around it. You can touch the ears, not a problem. We're going to do, these are sideburns. You know where the name sideburn comes from. During the Civil War, there was a general named General Burnside who was bald on the top, but he had this beautiful beard connected to his hair on the side. And he turned around and they got the name Sideburns from him because the barbers in the service when they were cutting hair were using that technique. So that's one side. We bring it up a little bit, see if there's anything we have to do. And that side, well, all you have to do is show examples of each side, and then it's a matter of doing it. I said the haircut's going to take about 20 minutes. Comb it down, bring it up. This is where a little bit of professionalism comes in handy. But you know what? You moms and dads out there shouldn't have any problem. Remember, I hold the ear down. You don't want to cut the ear, but it's movable. So let's do that. We'll just move it over. And we're fine. And we're going to go straight up again. And comb it in. And now we're going to see how the top blends. Okay, now we'll go to the front of the head. Now looking at the front of his hair, what do you want the front to do, Joey?
Kind of spike it up.
He wants to spike it up. Okay, so let's cut some of the length. And now, when he said spike, he's probably going to use gel. Stop the filming. Make our patron here as comfortable as we can. So I do this, and I say, Joey, can you hold this? Sure. If he finds his hand, he can hold it and put it under the cape. And if he needs to wipe it, just say, Joe, I need to wipe my face. It's hurting my eyes. Whatever, we'll do it. Now, he wants a little spiky, so this is going to be a little different. We just take the scissor like this. This is advanced hair cutting. You can try this at home. It's not brain surgery, but it does take some technique. Go through and look at it. Make sure those two sideburns are even. This is at this point of the ear. This is going to be a little bit shorter here. So now they're exact. If you're not good at measuring, have somebody in your family come over and look at it and measure it out. Now I'm just going to do one other thing. The Wall Company graciously put another little set of clippers in here. These are called edgers. You can edge with them. They work really nice, battery operated. Now I'm just going to go along, hold this here steady. Some people will use razor blades. I'm just going to go along like this, make it come down. Go along the edges, hold the hair down, go like this, just take it on the edge. You do not have to get fancy. Turn it off, come to the other side. Do the same thing on this side, a little bit of line there, a little line in the front. For those of you that have teenagers, you might have to go in there a little bit where his hair is going down. I'm just going to look at it again. Basically, I'm 99% done. Clippers here, keep everything here. I'll show you after what to do with the clippers and such, but this is just to start us today, okay? Now remember, I can always cut hair shorter, so I got to be really careful not to overdo. If he wants it really short, guess what? We can do that, and a lot of the kids like it really buzzed, but for our purposes here today, and for the majority of people that you do, this is going to be just fine. So basically the haircut is done. Joey's going to go to the bathroom, he's going to gel his hair up, going to see a finished product, but I want you to remember one thing. There's a little oil bottle with you. You have to make sure after every haircut that you put a little oil. It can be any kind of oil. It can be a spray oil, or they give you a little bit. So you just take that and very careful. Otherwise your clippers will freeze up on you. Place it in. Once you placed it in, do this, and then just take the brush, brush all the hair out, and you are done. So we'll be back in 2 minutes with Joey's new hairstyle. Finished product. Our haircut, short on the sides, number 2, gelled out, and he's done. We can be reached anytime on the video, just to answer where the video is, and we'll be glad to respond.